Alright, good morning, good afternoon, good evening everyone. So we are in my house right now, obviously. First and foremost, I am recovering from the good old vid. So don't mind my nasally voice. I'm feeling fine. It's a little hot out today, but whatever, I got some ice cream to eat. Today we are going to be starting a Jeep. Now this is a long time coming. I've been hoarding parts. My entire kitchen was just full of Jeep parts, and we are now going to officially start putting them on. I'm not gonna do like a build series that most YouTubers do because I fucking hate that shit. So right now the first thing I'm going to be doing is, I only have two things at the house right now. Everything else is at my shop. The first thing we're going to be doing is the radio and the front bumper on the Jeep. It look weird that I have a steel front bumper on the front and then the Jeep isn't even lifted, but in due time, I promise I'm going to be doing a full video on the suspension. As well as going over what the suspension I have for it. Hint hint, it's long arms. Here's the front bumper that I have for it. This is a Detail Fabworks front bumper and radiator skid plate. I do not have the winch for it yet, but that is on the way. I'm just gonna go to Harbor Freight and get one of their synthetic rope ones. Wait for Memorial Day so I can get a sale on it, hopefully. I don't have directions. There aren't any directions on his website. You can email him and he'll give you directions. There's a couple brackets here, but from what I've heard, it's pretty straightforward. So we're gonna get going. It's gonna suck because this bumper isn't light, and me being sick, plus trying to lift up a bumper to Jeep height without a jack, because my jack is holding up my stunt bike. Should be pretty interesting. The other thing that we're gonna be doing, I'm gonna be wiring up these USB things, chargers. I also have the Metra bezel piece for the radio. It has a single din in it right now, which I fucking hate. It sucks. So we got that, and then we just have a cheap little Amazon or eBay fucking radio. I don't really care too much about inexpensive radio as long as it plays music and I can answer phone calls. We're good. So first things first, I do not have my tripod, so I'm gonna have to just prop you guys up and you can watch me struggle. Before I even get started, I'm going to just kind of form fit and see how this thing installs, so it's not just a bunch of wasted footage, and then I will come back and I will tell you exactly how to do it, and this will be kind of like a guide if you can't get directions or find anything online or from someone else. Okay, so it was actually the next day. I didn't have a Sawzall, so I went out and bought one. I know I'm supposed to be in isolation, but I ended up messaging the guy that makes these. He got back to me. He sent me an email with instructions on what to cut, because thank God he sent me those instructions, because I was ready to start cutting and I would have been cutting the wrong shit. So I gotta cut basically along this line. I'm gonna put tape here so I can have a line. It's basically right in front of the condenser and radiator. Hopefully I don't foobar this and cut it. Again, right over here. And the next cuts I gotta do is just up underneath here on both sides. It'll drop this whole support, this radiator support. Okay, that went a lot easier than I expected. First of all, Harbor Freight blades, trash. Everything's good, squared away, gone, trash. None of this stuff should fall once I cut this support off. If you really need to see it, like I said, I'll just show you. I'll put tape here and then we'll go through two more blades because I'm sure those blades will be dull after. All right, so everything's chopped, everything's ready to go in the trash. So now it's, oh, look, I have some more schmutz. Anyway, now it's time to test fit the bumper. I'm gonna mount it for now. That way I can get my side holes drilled. Once the bumper is mounted, you can mark, there's two holes right there, two holes right there, and then these two go right in here. These holes are already drilled 1/2 inch. They were just shy of 1/2 inch, but I'm trying to get you guys some camera angles. Unfortunately, I forgot my tripod again, even though I went to my shop yesterday. All right, hold on. Wow, that's bright. I'm gonna wipe this thing down first. All right, this is all right. So I got most of the bumper on. The 4 bolts that mount underneath to the sandwich plate. Those are all snug, tight, but I'm having a problem. So these 2 bolts down here, the bottom bolt, I can't get the nut on. This sandwich plate is in the way, so I can get the bolt through, but I can't slide the nut on, and I can't get the bolt in from this way to screw the nut on this way. So as with every single one of my builds and projects and parts, it does not fit. It's not the design issue, it's a me issue. I've been talking to the guy that builds it and everything. He's like, I've never had this problem. I'm like, I'm telling you, man, if you want to build something, take my vehicle, because I can promise you nothing is going to line up. Probably pull the bumper back off, and I'm going to notch the sandwich plate out. It's not gonna hurt it. I'm just gonna cut it real quick, and it'll just be just an angle. Shouldn't take that long, but that's where we stand. I'm not gonna bore you guys with my decision. I will just update you when the decision is made and everything is kind of done. So quick little update. I notched this one out, notched the passenger side out. Bolts all fit in there just fine. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and mount this bumper back on. Oh man, what a bitch. So we got it on. These are tight. They're not as tight as they can be. I don't have a deep enough socket to get over the actual nut on the inside. Oh God, this took all day to do. I'm gonna get the header panel back on, and we're gonna go ahead and put the headlights on after I clean them up. Put the headlights back on, test fit everything, make sure everything's good to go. Looks so much better. I do need to get rid of this fucking chrome grill. Hoping that focuses. I'm not very good at camera stuff, so I don't know how to adjust white balance. You guys get the gist of it. I do need to get rid of it. Yeah, that grill is fucking disgusting. Overall, not a difficult install. It's just I ran into issues. Enough talking. Let's get back into the inside and let's start doing the radio. Get that buttoned up. Alright, so now that I got the front bumper installed, I'm gonna go ahead and start installing the radio. You're gonna want to pop this whole piece out. I wouldn't use a screwdriver, but you can. Get the pry tools, like the little plastic pry tools. You can pry it right off. Oh my God, the one fucking fly. Next, there will be 4 screws holding a radio in. Alright. I don't know why flies have this entire planet to fly around, and they always got to invade your space. Plug, plug. done. Garbage. Shit. Alright, I'm gonna have to try to figure this out. Because there's already an aftermarket setup in here. I don't know if I have the right plug. This is the correct plug, but fuck. Alright, hold on. So I had to I went to Harbor Freight, and I actually was looking for an oscillating saw. That's what everyone kind of recommends. Problem is they didn't have any, and then I saw they had a 12K winch on sale for like $500 open box, so I ended up getting a winch instead of an oscillating saw. I did pick up a Dremel. I actually have one of these, but it's in Sacramento, so I'm not driving all the way out there just to make 4 cuts. Do have to make a cut here and here to cut this whole bracket out, and then there's 2 more cuts buried deep in, which I'll show you guys in a second. But let me make these 2 first ones, which are pretty easy to make. Alright, so with all that cut, I went ahead and I plastic welded the these things on, the vents. They're good to go. I had to modify both those plastic holders to the radio to mount on here. The wiring is all done. This is not as clean as I'd like. I don't like doing it this way. I'd rather use like the expandable shielding, and I could have shielded all of them. But honestly, I'm running out of time over here, so this will do. It's not the best, like I said, but I mean, it's not really going to be moving. It's just going to be, I'm literally just going to tuck it back into there. That radio is pretty flat, so it's not going to take up much room in here. These aren't being used, so I'm just going to go ahead and clip these, throw some heat shrink over them, call it a day. Antenna, plug that in. I'm going to run the USBs. I kind of want to run them to the glove box and just leave them there. But I also have a USB charger down here, so I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. But I'm going to go ahead and install the radio. I'll probably just run the USBs down and over here for now. At least they're accessible where I can pop it out and I can slide it up underneath or something. I don't know, figure something else out. But I'm going to run them probably down to here and just tuck them away and probably not use them, but we'll see. Oh, here it is installed. I'm going to leave this out for now. I do have it sitting on the side of my garage. I have a plate that I'm going to be putting there with switches and everything, so I don't want to put everything in and just take it back out. So I'm going to leave this bare. The radio does function, it does work. I haven't figured it out yet, but overall, kind of a bitch to put in. Then again, it is my vehicle, so I don't think I've owned any vehicle where things have gone smoothly ever. I'm happy with it. The bezel doesn't sit 100% flush. I also did not hook up the mic. I don't know why I didn't hook up the mic. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. We are going to be doing the suspension pretty soon on the Jeep. What you're seeing on the Jeep right now, the suspension's already done because this was filmed after the suspension, so I'm just tying it into the front bumper. Yay! Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. We're going to get cranking on this Jeep. There's a lot of stuff that I got to put on that I've been filming and just haven't posted. Anyway, I will catch you guys on the next one. Later.
I swear to God, man, I'ma make it soon. Silence all the haters as they see us making moves. I do what I want, so I got nothing to prove. Staying motivated, teaching others what to do. I'm staying focused, my mind is open. They start to notice that I'm in motion.